Zeus, Greek Thunder King. Zeus controls lightning and rules all Greek gods. His thunderbolt keeps gods and humans in line. Eagles represent his power. Oak trees are sacred to him because lightning loves striking oaks. Zeus's dad Cronus ate all his children because of a prophecy. One kid would overthrow him. Zeus escaped when his mom, Rhea, gave Cronus a rock wrapped in blankets instead. Zeus grew up hidden in a cave on Crete. When Zeus grew up, he made Cronus vomit out his siblings. Then Zeus led a 10-year war called the Titanomachy against the older gods. The Cyclops gave him the thunderbolt as thanks for freeing them from prison. Zeus won and divided the universe by drawing lots. Zeus got the sky, Poseidon got the seas. Hades got the underworld. Zeus punishes oath breakers and protects guests. Breaking hospitality laws meant facing his wrath. His massive temple at Olympia housed the Olympic Games and contained a 40-foot gold and ivory statue, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Zeus sleeps with everyone. He transforms into animals to seduce women. He became a swan for Leda, a bull for Europa, a shower of gold for Danae. Athena was born directly from his head after he swallowed her pregnant mother. Dionysus was sewn into Zeus's thigh after his mother died. His wife Hera punishes Zeus's lovers constantly. She turned one into a cow. She drove Hercules temporarily insane, causing him to kill his own family. Zeus fought the monster Typhon in a battle that shook the world. Typhon was so massive his head touched the stars. Typhon initially won and ripped out Zeus's tendons. Hermes rescued Zeus and restored his tendons. Zeus then buried Typhon under Mount Etna. Every volcanic eruption represents Typhon trying to escape. Romans stole his image for Jupiter. Early Christians used Zeus as inspiration for God the Father, Thor, Norse champion. Thor protects humans and controls thunder in Norse mythology. His dad is Odin, the boss god. His mom, Jord, is literally the earth. Thor lives in a realm called Thrudheim in a hall with 540 rooms. Thor has a red beard and massive muscles. He swings the legendary hammer Mjolnir, which means that which smashes. Dwarves forged Mjolnir with a too short handle because Loki sabotaged the creation. Despite this, the hammer never misses its target and always flies back to his hand. Thor wears iron gloves called Jarngreipr to handle Mjolnir. His belt Megingjor doubles his already insane strength. Thor travels in a chariot pulled by 2 flying goats. These goats can be killed, eaten, and resurrected the next day if their bones stay unbroken. Thor constantly fights giants who want to destroy both Asgard and Midgard. He once disguised himself as a bride to trick a giant who stole Mjolnir. The giant wanted to marry goddess Freya in exchange for the hammer. Thor dressed in a wedding dress. At the wedding, the bride ate an entire ox, ate salmon, and drank 3 barrels of mead. When the giant placed Mjolnir in the bride's lap to sanctify the marriage, Thor grabbed it and killed everyone. Thor went fishing for the world serpent Jormungandr using an ox head as bait. The serpent bit. Thor pulled so hard his feet crashed through the boat floor and hit ocean bottom. Thor almost killed the serpent, but the giant he borrowed the boat from got scared and cut the line. Thor killed the giant Hrungnir in single combat. During the fight, a piece of Hrungnir's whetstone lodged in Thor's skull where it remained forever. Unlike Zeus the king, Thor champions ordinary people. Farmers and sailors loved him. His thunder meant he was fighting for them. His rain grew their crops. Viking parents named kids after Thor constantly. Mjolnir wasn't just a weapon. Thor used it to bless weddings and births. Archaeologists found hundreds of tiny hammer pendants in Viking graves across Scandinavia. People wore these for protection even after converting to Christianity. Thursday gets its name from Thor. Thor's Day in Old English. Perun, Slavic storm eagle. Perun rules sky, thunder, lightning, and war in Slavic mythology. His name literally means the one who strikes. Thunder words in Slavic languages today still connect to Perun's name. Perun looks like a muscular warrior with red beard. He throws a battle axe or hammer that magically returns after striking. Sometimes he rides a chariot pulled by a goat. Slavic people saw the universe as a giant oak tree. Earth and heavens are the trunk and branches. The underworld is the roots. Perun sits as an eagle at the very top, watching everything. Oak groves were his temples because lightning strikes the tallest oaks. According to scholarly reconstruction from Comparative Mythology, Perun fights an eternal war with Veles, the chaos serpent from the underworld. Veles represents chaos and the underworld. He constantly steals Perun's cattle, wife, or children. This triggers Perun's pursuit across Earth. When Perun chases Veles, he throws lightning bolts. Veles hide by transforming into animals, trees, or people. He eventually flees to his underworld domain. Thunder and lightning and storms are literally this battle happening above us. Sometimes Perun wins temporarily. Sometimes Veles escapes underground. The cycle never ends. This eternal fight explains why storms keep coming and why the world needs both order and chaos. Lightning strike locations become sacred. If lightning strikes a spot, people believe Perun marks it as holy. Prehistoric stone axes found in fields were called thunderstones and kept as protective amulets. Perun was the god of warriors and ruling elite. His worship peaked in Kievan Rus before Christianity. Warriors swore oaths on their weapons in Perun's name. Prince Vladimir the Great erected a wooden Perun idol in Kiev in 980 CE, silver head, golden mustache. When Vladimir converted to Christianity in 988 CE, he ordered the idol dragged through streets, beaten with sticks, and thrown into the Dnieper River. People followed the floating idol downstream weeping. Indra, Hindu warrior king. Indra controls storms, rain, and war in Hindu mythology. He wields the Vajra, a thunderbolt weapon made from dead sage bones. Sage Deiity donated his bones so the gods could defeat demons. The Vajra is indestructible and represents order-beating chaos. Indra rides a four-tusked white elephant named Airavata. This elephant emerged from the cosmic ocean and is so massive he carries clouds. Indra drinks soma constantly. Soma is a sacred, intoxicating elixir that gives gods power. The Rigveda describes Indra drinking enormous amounts before battles. Indra's biggest story is killing the serpent demon, Vritra. This demon hoarded all the world's water, causing massive drought. Nothing could grow. People and animals were dying. Indra drinks huge amounts of soma to power up. Then he battles Vritra. Using the Vajra thunderbolt, Indra splits Vritra open. All the trapped waters burst free, flooding the world with life-giving rivers and rain. This myth plays out at the end of every dry season when monsoons arrive. The Rigveda mentions Indra more than any other god. Over 250 hymns dedicated to him. He was the supreme warrior king protecting ancient people. But Indra's status crashed hard later. When the Hindu trinity of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva rose up, Indra became just a minor rain guardian. The Puranas show him as proud, jealous, and morally flawed. The famous Ahalya episode shows his moral failures. Indra disguised himself as a sage to sleep with the sage's wife Ahalya. When discovered, curses followed. Indra's body became covered in 1,000 vulvas as punishment, which he later negotiated to become eyes instead. This story emerged in later Hindu texts to justify Indra's demotion, teaching that moral conduct matters more than raw power. Another story shows Indra's jealousy. When Krishna convinced people to worship a mountain instead of Indra, the rain god sent devastating floods as revenge. Krishna lifted the entire mountain on one finger for 7 days to protect people from Indra's tantrum. Indra went from supreme god to cautionary tale. Even gods fall when ego takes over. Modern India has 0 temples dedicated to Indra. You only see statues of him decorating temples for other gods. Set, Egyptian chaos protector. Set is the Egyptian god of desert, storms, and chaos. Unlike the other gods in this video, Set isn't primarily a thunder god. He's a chaos and storm deity who embodies both destruction and protection. Most thunder gods are clearly good or bad. Set is both at the same time. Set has the head of a mysterious Set animal. Long curved snout, square-tipped ears standing straight up, forked tail. Scholars still argue about what animal this is. It looks like a mix of multiple creatures that doesn't exist in nature. Set's birth was violent. Instead of being born normally, he tore himself out of his mother's side. His parents are sky goddess Nut and earth god Geb. Set's most famous story is murdering his brother Osiris. Osiris was the rightful king. Set built a beautiful coffin and announced whoever fit inside perfectly could keep it. When Osiris lay in the coffin, Set slammed the lid shut, sealed it, and threw it in the Nile River. Isis found the coffin and retrieved Osiris's body. Set discovered this, stole the body, and chopped it into 14 pieces. He scattered these pieces across Egypt. Isis spent years finding all the pieces and magically resurrecting Osiris long enough to conceive their son, Horus. This starts a huge war between Set and Horus lasting 80 years. But here's the twist that defines Set's dual nature. Every night, Set protects the sun god Ra as his boat travels through the underworld. Set stands at the front fighting Apep the Chaos Serpent. Apep wants to eat Ra and end existence. Every single night, Apep attacks. Every single night, Set fights him off. Without Set's violence, the sun wouldn't rise. Set's chaos is the only force strong enough to fight chaos itself. Set rules the Red Land, meaning the harsh desert outside Egypt's fertile river valley. Horus rules the Black Land, meaning the rich soil along the Nile. This creates perfect balance between order and chaos. Egyptians understood both order and chaos were necessary. Set's violence wasn't purely evil. It prevented stagnation and kept cosmic balance. He's simultaneously the murderer who brings disorder and the protector who maintains cosmic order. Set appears in Egypt's earliest art form before the pyramids. His voice is thunder. His anger is the desert storm called Khamsin that brings violent winds and sand. Raijin, Japanese thunder demon. Raijin controls thunder and lightning in Japanese mythology. His name literally means thunder god. He's a demon god who creates thunder by beating massive drums floating around him. Raijin looks terrifying, red or blue skin, wild, spiky hair, sharp claws, and fangs. He wears only a loincloth. His most distinctive feature is the circle of drums floating around his body. He beats these drums creating thunder. Lightning flashes when he strikes. Raijin has an insatiable appetite for human belly buttons. Japanese parents tell children to cover their belly buttons during thunderstorms, or Raijin will steal them. This belief comes from the fact that lying flat on your stomach during lightning storms is safer. The belly button story was how parents made kids follow safety advice. Raijin works alongside Fujin, the wind god. They're usually depicted together. While Raijin creates thunder, Fujin carries a massive bag of wind. Together, they control storms. Buddhist traditions say Raijin was originally a human who opposed Buddhism. After death, he was reborn as a demon. Lightning strikes became divine punishment for sins including laziness and disrespect. Farmers had a complicated relationship with Raijin. Lightning strikes meant destroyed crops, but lightning also creates nitrogen compounds in soil that help plants grow. Summer thunderstorms bring needed rain. Raijin appears constantly in Japanese art. The most famous depiction is at Sanjusan Gendo Temple, showing Raijin beating his drums with intense focus. His image appears on everything from ancient scrolls to modern anime. Shango, Yoruba, Thunder King. Shango controls thunder, lightning, and fire in Yoruba mythology from West Africa. Unlike most thunder gods who were always divine, Shango was a human king who became a god. He ruled the Oyo Empire as a legendary warrior king before ascending to the heavens. Shango wields a double-headed battle axe called an Oshe. This axe shoots lightning when thrown. Oshe is carved from special wood and symbolizes masculine power and justice. When lightning strikes, Yoruba people traditionally believed Shango threw his thunderstones called Dun Ara. These stones are actually Neolithic stone axes found in fields. People kept them as sacred objects and brought them to Shango shrines. Shango appears as a strong warrior with long braided hair or sometimes 3 heads. He wears red and white, the colors of his fire and lightning. He dances wildly while fire shoots from his mouth. His dancing style, called bhata, involves aggressive movements and spinning. Shango's dance brings thunder. Shango has 3 wives who are rivers: Oba, Oshun, and Oya. Each wife represents different aspects of femininity and water. Oya, the Niger. River is the warrior wife who controls wind and storms alongside Shango. Oshun, the Oshun River, represents love and fertility. Oba is the steady, faithful wife. The storms happen when Shango and Oya fight or when they fight together against enemies. According to legend, human king Shango could breathe fire and call lightning from his mouth. His enemies feared him. His people loved him. When he died, his followers claimed he didn't actually die but ascended to heaven, becoming the Orisha of thunder. Anyone struck by lightning was chosen by Shango. Being struck by lightning was simultaneously a curse and an honor, showing Shango noticed you. Shango punishes liars, thieves, and practitioners of harmful magic. When someone's house burns from lightning strike, priests examine the ashes for Shango's thunderstones. Finding a thunderstone proves the person was guilty of hidden crimes. No stone means the strike was random bad luck. This gave Shango's priests significant social power to determine guilt and innocence. Shango worship spread to the Americas through the slave trade. In Cuba, he became syncretized with Catholic Saint Barbara. In Brazil, he's called Zango in the Candomblé religion. In Trinidad, he's Chango. His worship adapted but maintained core elements: thunder, lightning, justice, dance, and the double-headed axe. This makes Shango one of the few African gods who maintained active worship outside Africa. Modern Yoruba still honor Shango. His annual festival involves drumming, dancing, and ceremonies where devotees enter trance states and breathe fire. Priests called Babalawo interpret lightning strikes and thunder patterns as messages from Shango. Every Thursday is sacred to Shango. His colors red and white appear at markets and homes as protection. Chaac controls rain, thunder, and lightning in Mayan mythology. His name means rain in several Mayan languages. Unlike warrior thunder gods, Chaac focuses entirely on bringing life-giving water to crops. Chaac appears with reptilian features. Long curved nose like a serpent. Fangs stick out from his mouth. His body is often covered in scales. Chaac carries a lightning axe made from stone or serpent. When he strikes clouds with his axe, thunder booms and lightning flashes. This splits the clouds, releasing rain. Actually, there are 4 Chaacs, not just one. Each Chaac guards a cardinal direction and has a different color. Red Chaac guards east. White Chaac guards north. Black Chaac guards west. Yellow Chaac guards south. These 4 Chaacs work together to bring rain from all directions. Chaac creates thunder by banging his axe against giant clay pots in the sky. These pots contain rain. When he smashes a pot, rain pours out. This explains why thunder happens before rain. Ancient Mayans performed elaborate rain ceremonies for Chaac during dry seasons. Priests painted themselves blue, Chaac's sacred color. Children croaked like frogs during ceremonies because frogs predict rain. Sometimes sacrifices were thrown into sacred cenotes to please Chaac. The famous cenote at Chichen Itza contained offerings of jade, gold, and human bones thrown to Chaac over centuries. Drought meant death for Mayan civilization. No rain, no corn. No corn, no survival. Chaac literally controlled whether people lived or died. Chaac appears carved on temples across Mayan ruins. His distinctive long nose makes him instantly recognizable. The Temple of Warriors at Chichen Itza shows rows of Chaac faces. The Palace of Masks has over 250 Chaac sculptures covering the entire facade. Modern Maya still honor Chaac through ceremonies called Chaac. During severe droughts, communities gather for multi-day rituals involving prayers, offerings, and ritual foods. You just watched thunder gods from 8 cultures without getting struck by lightning. Subscribe before your luck runs out.